On May 6, 2026, the energy changes in a way you cannot ignore. Mercury in Taurus forms a tense square to Pluto in Aquarius, and this is not soft energy. This is not casual communication. This is not a simple moment of missing someone. This is the sound of a closed doorway beginning to shake from the other side. Someone has been silent. Someone has been holding back. Someone has buried feelings so deeply that even they may have convinced themselves they were gone. But now, under this cosmic pressure, what was hidden behind pride, fear, distance, and emotional control is beginning to rise. You need to understand what is happening now, because this love separation is not empty. It is not just two people going quiet. It is not just a pause, a breakup, a misunderstanding, or a cold emotional distance. This separation has become a doorway, and for a long time, that doorway has been closed. You may have stood on one side of it wondering if they still feel you. You may have questioned whether the connection was real. You may have replayed conversations, searched for signs, felt their energy at strange hours, and wondered why your heart still responds to someone who is not physically present. But the universe is showing you something very important now. Silence does not always mean absence. Sometimes silence is where the truth gathers strength. The Scorpio full moon that opened. May pulled emotion from the deepest part of the soul. Scorpio energy does not ask politely. It reveals. It exposes. It brings hidden desire, grief, longing, jealousy, regret, fear, attachment, and truth to the surface. Then, as Mercury moves into Taurus and squares Pluto, the words that were avoided begin to gain weight. The thoughts that were pushed away become louder. The feelings that someone tried to bury start pressing against the closed doorway. And with Pluto preparing to station retrograde, this becomes more than a love story. This becomes a karmic confrontation. You may have felt this before the moment even arrived. Your body may have known before your mind understood. You may have felt heavier than usual, quieter than usual, more sensitive to small signs, more aware of their name, their memory, their absence. You may have had dreams that felt too real, sudden emotions that came from nowhere, or a strange pull toward the past, even when you were trying to move forward. This is because emotional energy does not disappear just because two people stop speaking. What is unresolved stays alive in the field between you. It waits. It circles. It returns at the exact moment the soul is ready to face what the ego refused. To admit, this is why the closed doorway is so important. A door can separate two rooms, but it does not destroy what exists on either side. It only blocks direct access. It creates silence, tension, imagination, and waiting. You do not know what is happening behind it, but you can feel movement. You can sense footsteps. You can hear the faint echo of something unfinished. In this connection, the closed doorway represents everything that has not been said. It represents the confession that was swallowed, the apology that never came, the feeling that was hidden behind distance, the love that was covered with pride, the truth that both of you may have avoided because opening that door would change everything. And this is where the karmic shift begins. The universe is not simply trying to bring someone back. It is not simply trying to make them miss you. That would be too small for this energy. The universe is trying to reveal what is real. If this person still carries love, they may no longer be able to hide from it. If this person used silence as control, that silence may begin to work against them. If they thought distance would protect them from emotion, they may now discover that distance only made the emotion louder. And if you have been waiting for clarity, you may finally receive it, but it may not arrive in the way your mind expected. This is not a time to chase the doorway. This is not a time to bang on it, beg through it, or place your worth on whether someone opens it. That is the first warning. The energy is powerful, but it is also revealing. It will show you who is brave enough to tell the truth and who still hides behind emotional immaturity. It will show you whether someone misses your soul or simply misses your attention. It will show you whether the bond is growing into honesty or repeating the same old pattern under a different name. You must not confuse intensity with devotion. You must not confuse longing with readiness. You must not confuse a late message with real emotional growth. Because Mercury square Pluto can bring obsession, deep thinking, hidden information, and conversations that feel impossible to forget. In love, this can feel like a mental storm. Someone may be replaying your last conversation. Someone may be reading old messages. Someone may be watching quietly, checking your energy, wondering if you have moved on, wondering if the doorway is still there, wondering if they still have access to the version of you that once waited. But this transit asks a serious question. What is the truth beneath the behavior? Not the excuse, not the mask, not the social media performance, the truth. You may have been experiencing emotional exhaustion before this moment. One day you felt strong, detached, and free. The next day, a memory pulled you back. One moment you told yourself you were done. The next, you felt their energy so clearly it seemed impossible that nothing was happening. This back and forth has not been random. It has been the soul adjusting. to a separation that was never fully processed, part of you may still want answers. Part of you may still want justice. Part of you may want them to understand what they made you feel. But another part of you is growing tired of needing someone else to validate what your spirit already knows. You know when love was real. You know when energy changed. You know when someone pulled away but did not fully release you. You know when silence feels empty, and you know when silence feels crowded with unsaid words. This is the kind of silence surrounding this transit. It is not peaceful. It is charged. It is alive. It is standing in front of the closed doorway with one hand on the handle, afraid of what will happen if truth walks through. And now, the activation begins. Something inside you is being awakened, not because someone may return, but because you are being asked to return to yourself. You're being activated into self-respect, emotional clarity, and spiritual maturity. You are being asked to stop treating the closed doorway as the center of your life. Yes, there may be movement behind it. Yes, feelings may be rising. Yes, hidden emotions may be revealed. But your power is not in waiting outside the door. Your power is in becoming whole, whether it opens or not. This is where everything changes. The universe is showing you that love cannot survive forever inside silence. Real love eventually needs truth. Real love needs courage. Real love needs emotional responsibility. If someone has feelings for you but continues to hide, avoid, confuse, punish, or disappear, then the lesson is not only about their love. The lesson is about your boundaries. The lesson is about whether you will keep giving spiritual meaning to behavior that does not protect your heart. This is why the energy feels both painful and sacred. It is not only revealing them, it is revealing you. Mentally, you may feel pulled into deep reflection. You may notice that old memories come back with sharper detail. A certain sentence, a place, a song, a night, a message, or a look may return to your mind as if the universe is replaying evidence. Do not panic when this happens. Your mind is not trying to trap you. It is trying to process what was left unfinished. But you must be careful not to turn reflection into obsession. Mercury and Pluto together can make the mind dig too deep, searching for hidden meanings in every silence. The key is to listen to what rises without losing yourself inside it. Emotionally, this may feel like pressure in the chest. It may feel like grief mixed with hope. It may feel like missing someone and also realizing you cannot keep carrying the same wound. You may feel tears come without warning. You may feel anger you thought you had already healed. You may feel a calmness that surprises you, as if the part of you that once begged for answers has finally become quiet. That calm is not emptiness. That calm is your soul standing up inside you. It is the moment you realize that even if the doorway opens, you no longer want to crawl through it. You want to walk through only if truth is waiting on the other side. Spiritually, this energy can feel like signs are increasing. You may see repeating numbers, hear their name, dream of doors, keys, rooms, stairs, phones, bridges, or old houses. These symbols matter because the subconscious speaks in images before life speaks in events. A closed door in a dream may represent blocked communication. A key may represent emotional readiness. A hallway may represent transition. A room may represent a memory you still live inside. But do not use every sign as proof that someone is coming back. Use signs as invitations to ask deeper questions. What is still locked inside me? What truth am I avoiding? What door am I afraid to close? What door am I ready to open? Energetically, you may feel the separation more strongly at night. This is when distractions fall away and the soul becomes louder. You may wake up at odd hours. You may feel restless, thirsty, emotionally sensitive, or strangely aware of someone's presence even when they are not there. If the connection has been intense, your nervous system may still be linked to the uncertainty of it. This is why grounding matters now. You are not meant to live as an antenna for another person's confusion. You are meant to listen, understand, and then return to your own center. Physically, your body may ask for gentleness. You may feel throat tension because words were left unsaid. You may feel heaviness around the heart because emotional energy has been stored there. You may feel tired because your spirit has been working through grief even while your daily life continues. You may crave more water, more sleep, more quiet, more space. Honor that. The body is part of the spiritual story. It carries the love you did not express. It carries the pain you minimized. It carries the hope you were embarrassed to admit. During this transit, your body may begin releasing what your mind could not solve. Now let us talk about money and abundance, because this separation is not only affecting love, it is affecting self-worth. Taurus energy rules value, stability, security, and what you believe you deserve to receive. When Mercury moves through Taurus under pressure from Pluto, the universe may ask you to look at where emotional pain has affected your ability to receive. Did this connection make you question your worth? Did waiting for someone lower your standards? In other areas of life, did heartbreak distract you from work, creativity, business, school, money, or long-term plans? Did you give too much energy to someone who was not investing the same energy back into you? This is a powerful moment to reclaim your resources. Your attention is a resource. Your time is a resource. Your emotional availability is a resource. Your peace is a resource. If someone has had access to your energy without responsibility, this transit may show you the cost, not as punishment, but as truth. You may suddenly realize that you cannot build a stable future while emotionally living outside a closed doorway. You cannot manifest abundance while your nervous system is waiting for a message. You cannot fully receive new blessings while part of you is still bargaining with an old wound. Financially, this is a time to slow down. Mars square Jupiter can create impulsive energy. It can make people overreact, overspend, overpromise, or make dramatic decisions just to feel powerful again. If you are hurting, do not use money to soothe the wound in careless ways. Do not make emotional purchases just to fill silence. Do not make risky choices because you want to prove you are fine. Instead, protect your stability. Review your plans. Return to practical steps. Put energy into something that can grow slowly and honestly. Taurus reminds you that real abundance is not frantic. It is rooted. This energy can also bring a financial activation through self-worth. When you stop chasing emotional crumbs, you begin calling your power back. When you call your power back, you may notice your focus returning. Ideas may become clearer. Work may feel more grounded. A business decision may make sense. A creative project may ask for attention again. Money flows better when your energy is not leaking through an old attachment. This is not because love and money are separate. It is because both require value. If you are underestimating your value in love, you may also be undercharging, overgiving, or settling in other areas. In relationships and communication, this is the strongest part of the transit. Mercury square Pluto can bring words that cut through illusion. Someone may say something intense, someone may reveal something indirectly, someone may reach out after silence, but the message may carry more emotion than the words admit, or you may discover information that changes how you see the connection. The important thing is not only what is said, the important thing is what the energy behind the words reveals. Watch actions over words. If someone returns with emotion but no accountability, the doorway has opened, but the room has not changed. If someone misses you but still avoids truth, that is not enough. If someone says they care but refuses to communicate with maturity, your soul must pay attention. Love is not only a feeling. Love is a behavior. Love is consistency. Love is repair. Love is the willingness to stand in the doorway and say, "This is what I feel. This is what I did. This is what I understand now." Some of you may receive a message during this period. Some of you may not receive an external message, but you will receive an internal one. Both matter. A person breaking silence is powerful, but your own clarity can be even more powerful. You may wake up and suddenly understand why the separation happened. You may finally see the pattern. You may recognize that the relationship was teaching you to stop abandoning yourself for emotional potential. You may realize that you were in love with who someone could become while suffering because of who they were choosing to be. This is why the closed doorway must be approached with wisdom. Not every door that opens should be entered. Not every return is a reunion. Not every apology is transformation. Not every confession is commitment. Some people come back because they feel your absence, not because they are ready to love you properly. Some people reach out because their ego is uncomfortable, not because their soul has matured. You must listen carefully. You must observe the difference between emotional panic and emotional truth. If this person is truly being activated, you will feel a different quality in their energy. There will be less performance and more honesty, less blame and more responsibility, less confusion and more clarity, less push and pull and more steadiness. They may not say everything perfectly, but you will sense whether they are hiding or trying. You will sense whether the doorway is opening into the same old room or into a new chapter. For those of you who are in no contact, do not break your peace just because the energy feels intense. Intensity is not always instruction. Sometimes it is simply release. Sometimes the wave rises because it is leaving. Give yourself time before acting. Write the message before you send it. Read it again when your nervous system is calm. Ask yourself, am I speaking from truth, or am I trying to force the door open? If the answer is force, wait. If the answer is truth, speak with dignity, not desperation. For those of you still communicating with someone but feeling distance, this transit may bring a necessary conversation. Do not avoid it forever, but do not enter it like a battle. Enter it like someone who respects their own heart. Ask clear questions. Listen to clear answers. Do not accept fog when you ask for truth. Do not let someone turn your emotional needs into a problem. Wanting clarity is not weakness. Wanting consistency is not too much. Wanting honesty is not pressure. It is the minimum requirement for a connection that wants to survive the karmic doorway. The guidance now is simple but not easy. Slow down. Watch patterns. Do not chase. Do not punish. Do not perform indifference if you are still healing. Be honest with yourself first. Journal what you wish they would say, because that will reveal what your heart still needs. Then ask whether you can give some of that closure to yourself. Protect your money, protect your sleep, protect your nervous system, drink water. Step away from screens when you feel yourself searching for signs too intensely. Spend time in your body, walk, breathe, clean your space. Remove reminders that keep reopening the wound before it has healed. And most importantly, do not stand outside the closed doorway forgetting that there are other doors around you. Your life is not one room. Your future is not one person. Your soul is not trapped in the hallway of someone else's indecision. If they are meant to come forward, truth will move them. If they are meant to remain behind the door, truth will free you. Either way, the truth is coming. Now let us speak to the 3 zodiac signs most affected by this love separation energy: Taurus, Scorpio, and Gemini. Even if these are not your sun signs, listen if they are your moon, rising, Venus, or if you feel called by the message, because sometimes the soul recognizes its reading before the chart confirms it. Taurus, this moment is deeply personal because Mercury is moving through your sign, forcing words, memories, and emotional truths to pass through your body before they reach your mind. You may feel like you are trying to stay calm while something inside you keeps knocking. The closed doorway for you is connected to self-worth. You may be asking, why did they make me feel so replaceable when I gave so much? You may have been patient, loyal, steady, and forgiving. But now the universe is asking whether patience has quietly become self-abandonment. Someone may be thinking about you more than you know, but the real activation is not their regret. It is your recognition that love must feel safe, not just powerful. Taurus, if this person returns, you must not let nostalgia make the decision for you. Your heart remembers the softness, but your body remembers the instability. Listen to both. A message may come with emotion, but you need consistency. A confession may touch your heart, but you need maturity. This transit is teaching you that your love is valuable because you are valuable. You do not have to prove your worth by waiting longer. You do not have to earn someone's honesty by suffering quietly. The doorway may shake, but you get to decide whether it opens into your life again. Scorpio, the full moon in your sign has already pulled hidden emotion to the surface, and now Pluto's movement makes this feel like a soul-level reckoning. You may feel everything intensely, even the things you do not show. You may sense when someone is thinking about you. You may feel the emotional truth beneath their silence. But Scorpio, the warning for you is not to confuse energetic awareness with permission to stay attached to pain. Yes, you may know they still feel something. Yes, you may sense regret. Yes, you may feel the invisible thread. But the universe is asking you, does this connection honor your transformation, or does it keep pulling you back into survival mode? Scorpio, your closed doorway is connected to trust. Someone may have hidden their feelings, but they may also have hidden their fears, their wounds, their avoidance, or their inability to meet you fully. You are being asked to stop romanticizing emotional intensity if it comes without emotional safety. This is a karmic shift for you because you are no longer meant to be the person who understands everyone's darkness while abandoning your own. Peace. If truth comes, let it come. If confession comes, hear it. But do not hand your power back to someone just because they finally found words after silence taught them consequences. Gemini, this energy may feel mentally consuming because Mercury, your ruling planet, is under Pluto's pressure. Your mind may be replaying everything. The messages, the missing messages, the almost conversations, the tone, the timing, the silence. You may feel like your brain is trying to solve a mystery your heart already understands. Gemini, the closed doorway for you is connected to communication. You need words, you need clarity, you need movement. But this connection may have placed you in a space where words became confusing, delayed, hidden, or emotionally loaded. Now the universe is asking you to separate truth from mental noise. Gemini, someone may be preparing to speak, but you must also ask whether you are ready to hear the truth without reshaping it into what you want it to mean. If they say they miss you, ask what has changed. If they say they care, ask what they are willing to do differently. If they return with scattered energy, do not let curiosity pull you back into chaos. Your activation is emotional maturity through clear communication. You are learning that the right love does not make you decode every silence. The right love does not leave you trapped behind a closed doorway, guessing whether the person on the other side still remembers your name. For all signs, this is a sacred turning point because the universe is not allowing hidden feelings to stay comfortable. The person who has been silent may feel pressure rising. The person who has been avoiding truth may feel the weight of what was unsaid. The person who thought they could walk away without consequence may begin to understand that emotional energy has memory. But you are also being tested. Will you respond from your healed self or your wounded self? Will you open the door without asking what waits behind it? Will you confuse a message with a miracle? Or will you stand in your power and let truth prove itself through action? This is the final message. The closed doorway is not there to punish you. It is there to reveal you. It has shown you where you still hoped, where you still hurt, where you still waited, and where you're finally ready to choose yourself. If the doorway opens, walk slowly, look clearly, listen deeply, do not leave your wisdom outside. If the doorway stays closed, bless what it taught you and turn toward the doors that are opening elsewhere. Because this love separation is about to reveal hidden feelings, but the most important feeling being revealed may be your own. Your own. Readiness, your own strength, your own refusal to shrink for love, your own ability to release what cannot meet you and receive what can. The universe is not asking you to become cold. It is asking you to become clear. It is not asking you to stop loving. It is asking you to stop losing yourself in the name of love. So tonight, if you feel the silence, do not fear it. If you feel the doorway shaking, do not rush it. If you feel their energy, return to your own. What is meant to speak will speak. What is meant to return will return differently. What is meant to end will end with purpose. And what is meant for you will never require you to abandon your soul just to be chosen. This is the karmic shift. This is the activation. This is where hidden feelings rise, but your power rises higher.